A very good evening to all. This is Aruljothi, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, New Prince Shri Bhavani College of Engineering and Technology. A warm welcome you all to this webinar about cloud-based architecture organized by Department of IT. I would like to welcome our Vice Chairman Sir, Chairman Sir, Principal Sir, Director Sir, and all heads of the department and speakers, faculty members, participants from various colleges, and all my students. Our college, New Prince Shri Bhavani College of Engineering and Technology, established in the year 2008, is affiliated to Anna University and accredited by NAC and ISO 9001-2015 certified with excellent grade. Our college offering many courses like computer science and engineering, civil engineering, electronics and communication engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, application and information technology. Our college has multi-stored buildings with spacious classrooms and well-equipped laboratories and library, which caters to the need of the undergraduate and postgraduate students, research scholars, and the faculty. A full-fledged transport department functions with buses to provide transport facility to students and staff from various places. We also provide excellent and separate hostel facilities for both boys and girls. And admission is done as per the norms of the Anna University, Chennai, and Government of Tamil Nadu. We also have various centers for entrepreneurship, quality management, career guidance, placement and training center, research and innovation, and tech super hub, which helps to enhance the students' knowledge. Our college provides the best technical education and with placement center functioning in the campus. The very active placement center serves as a foundation for many careers by guiding students in right direction through continuous counseling and arranging for campus recruitment. The center creates a meticulous database and assists the students in getting placed in national and multinational companies through campus recruitment. We have successfully produced 91% placement in core companies like TCS, CTS, HUCS, and so on during the academic year 2020. When you step into the campus, you can feel beautiful ambience filled with our dreams, which will definitely come true. We provide enormous scholarship schemes for meritorious students by waiving of their tuition fees. We provide 100% free education for poor and deserving students. Apart from excellent academic track with various vision and mission goals, we also concentrate on several value-added courses and certificate programs. We also stimulate students to take part in sports and culture. We also encourage students. Our aim is to reach and sustain high quality standard in terms of best academic process, research activities, center of excellence, advanced educational value-added training and coaching, and better placement. I would like to call upon Ms. S. Kartika, Department of IT, to introduce our chief guest.
It's my immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Pavitra Nabur Venkateshan. He did his bachelor's in mechanical engineering from Bharat University. He started his career as assistant engineer in light automobiles with 2 years of experience. Then he worked as a system administrator in BeamTech. He had worked on many core technologies with a handful of skills such as Cisco, Amazon, mainly with the cloud, call managers, and contact-centered environment, and had supported with Microsoft servers, Cisco routers, and switches. Now, currently he is working as a system engineer in Connect Managed Service for the past 2 years in Maniacha Embassy Business Park, Bengaluru. He is doing many projects on cloud integration with artificial intelligence and machine learning. He has done many courses and certifications like CCNA, CCNP, SAA, SAP, and full stack development on Python, MySQL, Oracle, and HTML. I welcome you, sir. The session is over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for the introduction. Yep, we can go with the session. Hi all, good evening to everyone. Let me share my screen. The voice is audible, right?
Sir. Yes,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, thank you. Let me share my screen. Yep. I hope so. The screen is visible. Yep. Um, we can have a session regarding cloud-based architecture. First, today we are going to discuss about the contact center related cloud-based architecture. We will take an example like a funniest part of our life, calling to the customer care and hitting a call to the customer care, and we will getting the IVRs like press 1, press 2, and press 3 for certain options, and all those things will go ahead. So we can go to the such a scenario, and what are the technologies placed over there in the background, and how it works, and what is the funniest part, and what is the tragic part. We can look over the detailed view, and I will teach you how to create an contact center environment, and how to create it in an cloud based environment. Let's see through the slides and the demo. Yep. First, initially, let me look.
Sir, can you make it as a slideshow?
Yeah, you can't. Okay, you want the full view. Okay,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
sure. Um, it's clear, right? Yep,
Sir.
yep,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Okay, okay. First, we can understand about what is a contact center. Contact center is simply we can tell it as a customer care technology, or an call technology, which is we will be provided by the Airtel and the many service providers. Let we take of the some technologies we are using on it is AWS or the cloud. To you are seeing a slide, you are seeing some of the technologies towards the left. They are the cloud providers, and the right you are seeing over the contact center providers. Oh, okay. What happens in the contact center? Basically, we will make a call to the contact center. You will receive a welcome note. It's known as a voice prompt. They will say with the introduction like, thanks for calling Airtel, and that will be moving to the next stage of um, guiding to the IVR. What is a IVR? First, we want to understand what is IVR. Basically, it's known as an interactive voice response. What happens in the interactive voice response? The voice will prompt with some options like for press 1 to check your balance, and press 2 to know the available offers, and press 9 to forward the call to the next available agent. This will happen. So those are the things. If you are pressing 1, it will redirect to the next queue. I mean, what is meant by queue? The next flow is known as queue. What is a flow? The prompt will be played, the flow, how the call is flowing, that is known as a flow. I hope so you people will get a good understanding what I'm saying. You, because many of our peoples will be facing this trouble to get to reach the support agent, many options will be flowing. Let's see the funny part, how happens the call flow happens in that. So the contact center plays a good role in the customer support, uh, customer support side, and another thing telemarketing and other marketing sites where we will be using a contact center. So how we are going to implement the contact center, cloud based contact center in Amazon Connect. Amazon Connect, what is Amazon Connect? Amazon Connect is a very simple thing. It's a service. It's a simplest service, contact center service. Other than Amazon Connect, Genesis, Cisco, and Avaya, all those contact centers technologies, it's very difficult to create an environment and launch a call flow within a day. It will take much days is to launch. Around a couple of people who are working around to pick up a call center or contact center. To create a contact center, it will take around minimum level of contact center. It will take around 1 week to 2 weeks of time with a full potential hardware. But in cloud environment, the Amazon Connect is providing a very simplest form to create a contact center. So contact center how I mean Amazon Connect. What in point of Amazon Connect? Amazon Connect is the simplest form of contact center. We can create the contact center within I think so within 1 hour. We can create in within 1 hour. A small contact center. If we are going for the integration part of artificial intelligence, like if we are clicking on one, instead of clicking on one, we will get a voice response. Like, can you suggest with the IVR will be played? Like, can you suggest with some other options to reach out our agents? What is your requirement? Something the IVR will be asking the question. And what we peoples will do, I need to speak to agent immediately. What the IVR will do, you are not going to press 1 2 3 or nothing else. It's advanced part. So such an integration, the IVR will redirect to the customer support agent. So what is a support agent? We are speaking to a person who is clarifying our doubts and issues and anything what which will be done. The person who is speaking over were known as an agent. So they are the support agent, or based on the technical support agent, or based on the profile or the skill, the call will be forwarded to the concerned team. Likewise, it can be forwarded by the skills, and it can be forwarded regarding the departments too. If for example Airtel have many services like call services, which is now our mobile networks, and other services like they are providing D2H, and they are providing some other services to broadband services and many services. So such a way we can divide the queue. What is a queue? The call flow. Which path the call should reach to the particular agent, how we can fulfill the requirements to the customer with the IVR itself. IVR is an interactive voice response. How we are clarifying the doubt through IVR, it makes sense. That's what we are going to see. Let we can go through the go to the next slide. You can understand. I think so this diagram will be little bit easy. It's a lower level of diagram. For your understandability, I have not made any technical points over here. So first initially we can look into what, as I said before, right, how the call flow happens. The same thing I have given in a detailed manner. So first initially what happens over here, I think so you can visualize my cursor. Yeah, let me take a marker. That will be quite good. Mm, okay. Um, Here the call will be placed over here. If you are making a call, first initially you will be getting an invite message. What is an invite message? Thanks for calling Airtel. It's an invite message. So we will, what happens, how the thanks for calling Airtel will happen over here. Here we are using the text to speech methodology. In Amazon, there is a service called Amazon Poly. What it will do means, if you are making some sentence, it will read for you. It will convert the text to the speech. So it will be very easy understandable to reach out, and it's not so difficult to create the environment. So we got some of the facility like that. We will be creating a prompt. What is known as a prompt, it's a technical term. It's a little bit difficult to understand initially, but if you are coming to the job, if your people are planning to come to the job, you will be hearing all these technical words in the real time scenario. So prompt is nothing but the voice played on the call is known as prompt. Okay. First initially we will get a prompt. I'm going to you, instead of voice I'm going to use prompt. So you will be getting used to it easily. So we will have a prompt that, thanks for calling Actel. Next, what happens in the call is next, it should be forwarded to the next part, right? So the next prompt will be played. Press 1 for calling related inquiry, and press 2 for broadband, and press 3 for D2 DTH. So next we are going to the selection of the path and the selection of the department. So here here there is a division will happen to which skill. Here skill based routing. What you are, some of the people, I think so some of the peoples are gone through the routing technologies, like some networking technologies. So what is a routing? In based on in development also routing will happen. The routing is a simple word that denotes that routing. We are routing, right? Routing means it's traveling, right? Traveling to a place, starting from place to traveling a place. A bridge. The bridge will be divided into three places. So that routes the bus to the particular destination from the source to the destination. Such a way, the call will be routed to the required queue according to the customer's requirement. The call will be routed to the queue. So we are going to select press 1. So what happens if you're, because I'm not going to the deeper concept, I'm not going to integrate any CRMs. CRM means customer resource management, which will integrate the servers and get the details, and it will visualize. I mean, if you're checking a balance, nobody is not going to enter the balance. It will go to the database and it go hits the server, and it will get the information from the server, and it pops up with the, it will prompts the balance of the available balance of your mobile number. So quite good. So such a how you will get an voice prompt. So we are going to reach a agent, because integration parts goes to a long story of thing, and it is a typical one. We are going through a basic level of environment. So I'm going to use option 1 for calling. Then calling means DTH. Again, we want to go another integration, available balance, what are the channels available. So I'm picking of it is easy to follow. I'm using calling. Again, I'm going to going for 1, and I'm pressing 1, and I'm going for checking the balance, hello tunes and all those things. Again, I'm going to reach the support agent by clicking 9. Again, clicking 9, what happens the real time. Um, Here, the call will be transferred to the agent, and the agent will be picking up the call. And once the call is done, we are done with the call, and our query were uh, done with our queries, and everything is filled up. And again, we will be disconnecting the call. That's how the call flow happens. Okay, I have covered the just a normal thing everybody knows, and I have included some of the technical points over there. Now we are going to the creation of the contact center, and we are going to create the cloud environment. First, initially, what happens if the contact center should be run? For example, we are deploying a Java code, or we are going to deploy a web-based application. First, we have to install the Java, right? Java SDK and everything should be installed before. Such a how we have to install a contact center dashboard or an environment that is known as Amazon Connect. We are going to create an instance. I also somebody have gone through the cloud-based classes before. If not, I will give an idea. What is an instance? Instance is nothing but you are creating a operating system, or you are creating any software, or you are creating some solutions in the available physical environment. Data center will be somewhere else, so you will get all those uh, physical environment by here. That's what basically happens in cloud. The data center where the physical server racks and hard drives and computing like processor and everything will be in a data center. It's in a big form. It is known as available zone in Amazon. We will be utilizing the small part of it through our login. So I'm going to take up this situation to create an contact center in the cloud environment, and I'm going to create a contact center flow, I mean contact flow, and I'm going to pick up a number. Now I'm sorry, I cannot able to take Indian contact center because Amazon Connect is not providing, now they are not providing the Indian contact center. I'm going to use the London contact center. So anyway, the flow will be the same. Let we can create and make a test call, and you'll be finding, you'll be feeling good to look over that. Okay, fine. What are the steps? First, for creating a contact center in the cloud, first initially what we have to do, we want to create an identity management. What is identity management? A login details of the administrator, and we are going to give an URL where we should log in. We should have some dashboard, right? So we will take a URL through that, and if we have already created the login details and everything, we can integrate that Active Directory service from the Microsoft server or any other service we used before. no, we are not going to integrate any of the service, so I am going to create by my own now. So administrator, we want to provide an administrator credentials over there, username, password, mail id, and blah blah blah. All those things we are going to create it. We are going to create. And then the next stage, what initially we are want to have a telephony service. What is a telephony service? We are calling, right? This is a flow we want to call. What is mean by calling? Calling is a telephony service, so we are going to pick a telephony service, whether we are going to get an incoming call alone or outgoing call alone. So we are going to pick up those things. And again we are going to need a storage, because we need a logs. Usually what happens, just we are not interacting with the customer care in background, the peoples will monitor what happens and how the peoples are interacting. If any, well, some of the peoples will shout. So if agent is shouting, it's a issue for the company. If the customer is shouting, it's a it's a problem for the customer. So the tracking is very important in the contact center scenarios, because according to the laws they have many issues over that. We are not going to the law part, and we are going inside to the technology part. So storage and logs and everything, call recording, everything should be stored in a particular path. So we are going to pick on data storage. Yeah, S3. We are going most probably S3 is the storage part in cloud environment in Amazon. So we are going to pick an S3 storage, and we are going to review what we have created, and we are going to launch the instance. One instance means the software. According in a normal term, we are going to launch the software. So we are going to run the software on the next stage. After running the software, we are going to create. We want to pick a number, 191.121, such a numbers. I'm going to pick a normal number, calling number. I'm going to pick a call number, and I'm going to set a working hours, because every time you somebody will be calling to the credit card session. In card session, what will happen? We will make a call, and I'm sorry, we are out of working hours, please call in the working hours. Such a prompt will be played. So we want to set working hours. So we will set a working hours. Then we will create a create a queue. I will show that queue, and we will create a prompt. Prompt means voice. If we are not using the text to speech Amazon pulley, we can record some voice and we can load it to the queue. Both option we can use, but usually most of the people won't record. They will use Amazon pulley text to speech methodology, because it's quite easy, right? So we most of the time we will be using text to speech technology. Then we will create a contact flow, how the call is flowing through the through from the start, where we are going to decide how the call is going to happen, how it is going to reach, and who are the persons were available on that contact center, and what is the number to reach, and whether had is actually we are using Zoom application. Zoom application is one of the soft phone. It is, we are not using any physical devices, we are using application to make to receive a call. You see the thing, these are the soft phones, a kind of soft phone. So such a way we are going to use, whether the soft phone, WhatsApp, it's a kind of soft phone. Facebook call, it's a kind of soft phone. Everything is a soft phone. In background, these are the UIs. We are not going into the deep concept like background. There are many technologies like SIP session initiation protocol. We will be using these protocols, but we are not going to discuss about that, because it's not plays a huge role in Amazon. So we are not going to discuss about that. We are going to look about how we are going to create and how we are going to make the call. Okay, okay, okay. Then we want to create a user configuration. User configuration. What is the user configuration? Who should log in and who can do what? Somebody can make a call. Somebody can, if a call center, there is agent can view the call, but there will be a supervisor, right? He want to look after how when the user is logged in. What is a user? User is an maybe a agent, maybe a supervisor, maybe a manager. According to the, we are going to the give the privileges. What is the privileges? What people will do according to their position is known as privileges. We are going to do all those configuration using configuring user on their privileges, and we are going to launch the contact center, and we can make a test call and we can see how it functions. It will be quite good and interesting, I think so. Okay, let me go into the real-time scenario. I'm going to log into my management console once again. Let me take. One second. I'm sorry. Actually, the username will be visible, so I'm going to hide it off. Yeah, quite cool. I have logged into my console. Actually, we can go directly to there are many services will be provided by Amazon. I'm going to pick one of the services is known as Amazon Connect. This here is this is a customer engagement services. What is the customer interaction of the customer support on all those interaction, mailing services, mailing, and what about these SharePoints or all are the customer relationship services. So I am going to use one of the service known as Amazon Connect. Yep. Then region and support. Mumbai is not support. That's what I told you before. In India, they are not supporting. So I'm going to use London. So let me create an instance. Okay, this is the first step. As we see in this step, identity management, we will go through this step only. I'm going in the console. Initially, we need an URL to hit the dashboard. We want a dashboard, right? We need a URL to go to the dashboard. So we are going to create an URL saying demo atal. So we are going to create an URL like demo atal. So next step, first we have created an URL, then we are going for the username and administrative access for the dashboard. I mean, what is a dashboard? It's a main console where we are going to make changes or creation and everything will be done on the dashboard. We are going to create a mm, dashboard for the Amazon Connect, which is a contact center. So username will be username will be administrator, and last name we can keep it as a panel, because for our easy understandability I'm making it as a panel. And username, let me keep it as ADMI and admin, and password blah blah blah. Hmm, sorry. And password will be alpha numerical and symbols. Minimum characters will be 8. Just I'm going to give my mail ID. Let me give. So I have done with my, if I'm not giving my mail ID, the next option will be grayed out. So we are not eligible to use the option without fulfilling the requirements. So first I'm going to fulfill the options. Why we are getting the mail ID? Why we are giving the mail ID over here? Because if any support is required in further assistance, we will be using the mail ID. Okay. Incoming calls and outgoing calls. What is incoming call? If we are calling, it's an incoming call for the contact center. If they are calling to us, it's known as outbound call for the contact center. We want both the services. So I'm picking up the both of the services from then data storage. This is the path where the data is stored. Let me change for the matter. We can change the name. Default it will give with say ARN number. ARN number is nothing but the number of the S3 bucket, like a path. Like a storage path. I'm taking up the ARN for our understandability. I'm creating with my own. I'm creating with DATL. let me save another options. Actually, I missed out to say this. Here is an encryption option. What is the encryption? To restrict from the piracy, we are using the restriction encryption option. Here we are using KMS key. If we already have created any KMS key in AWS management console, like a KMS service, we can use that, but I have not created it for our service, for our creation, so I'm keeping it as a default one. So I'm changing what is a call recording storage. For we are creating a call recording storage for the call recording, and storage for chat transcripts, and what are these things. Actually, you call recording, if we client and the agent will be, what is a client, we are calling, no, we are known as client and the agent will be having some interaction. The calls are will be stored in the S3 bucket. That's what. On trans chat script, we will get in some of the website, we will get a chat options. In some of the, like we are inquiring in some colleges portal, and there will be a pop-up on the side, we will be getting a chat box. So those chat transcripts will be stored in this, but we are not going to use that service initially. Later on, if I get a chance, I will show you all the integrated service. Let me go with this. Okay, and call logs and exported reports. What is an exported report? If we want a detailed reports like logging behavior, how much working hours the agent is working, how much call duration had taken, and everything will be taken care in the according to the requirements of the customer and the creation part. But this is where the storage we have created. Okay, we can review on it. We have created, and this is a URL where we are going to hit to the dashboard. Just I'm going and I'm going to save here. Let me go through that later. And can review it. We have created an administrator as a username, and password is hidden, and a telephony, inbound and outbound call, and everything we have reviewed it. We had reviewed it here. Just we can create it now. Let's see. It will take a couple of minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, because it should create an contact center environment with the UI. Okay, telephony part. We are not going to discuss about the telephony part, but Genesis, Cisco, Avaya, and all those technology, we need to know what is a telephony, what is a SIP, and how the call is done, what is a RTP, TCP, and all those protocols we have to see over there. But we are not going to discuss. If someone have interest, they can go and search about those things. Okay, we can log into this. It will redirect to the login page. Okay, ADMI. This is a login page. I'm going to log into my dashboard. Still 15 minutes more. Okay. I'm not going to save it. Okay. Actually, we have seen how we want to create a contact center. This is the procedure to create. This is the flow. First, we want to pick a number. This is the flow. For easy assistance, Amazon had given the flow, the steps 1, 2, 3, 4 until the 7. I will go fast actually, little bit, because it's going to be time up. I can't able to make, if I'm going slow, I can't able to make the test call. Okay, I'm allowing the microphones to access. Okay, I'm going to pick up the country. I have taken London. We can't able to, because a few of the countries only provides the contact centers assistance. So I have created my contact center in UK. So London is a UK, in UK. So I'm going to pick London's country code +91 for India, +44 for UK. Then these are the, can get a toll free number and direct dialing number. Toll free number, customer will not be charged for the toll free number. For direct dialing, customers will be charged. So I'm not taking a toll free number, but the cost will be double time for the company. So usually normal contact center peoples won't take it. I'm going to pick some random number. This is somewhat difficult. I'm taking this. Okay, continue. We can continue with the creation. Now we picked up with the mobile number, dial-in number, what we are going to call to the customer care, like Airtel. Then we are going to create a working hours for our contact center, for our company working hours. Let we think we are the Airtel, and we are going to create a working hours. Airtel. I'm going to create. If description is required, this is a general shift hours, something like that, you can make it off, but I'm not going to do that. Then time zone, what the contact center time zone should be, or the timing which should be taken up in the database should be selected over here. So I'm taking up a UK time zone, which is London. Yep. And all the 7 days will not be working for the contact. We will usually most of the contact center will not be working in a normal scenario. I'm going to remove Saturday and Sunday, and we can remove like this. And the starting hours of the working day is 9 and ending hours is 5. We can save this configuration at hours of operation configuration. Now it is created. Then I can go through this short direct access, but for your understandability, I'm going through this. We can create a queue. What is a queue? If there are, we have seen initially, here there are 3 agents. This first we have gone through the option called calling, broadband, and DTH. So these are the 3 queues. Queues means where we want what kind of option customer can choose to reach the correct agent. We will be distributing here. So we are going to create these 3 queues. Queues means skills based. The skill of the person who is sitting to receive the call is known as queue to reach the person. That's what it's a queue. I'm going to pick up the calling queue and broadband queue and DTH queue. Let me create 2 queues because its time is very less. I'm going to create calling and DTH. Create queue, calling, CLLING, calling, and for calling. So working hours. So we have created before what working hours for Airtel. So once we have created, we will be getting the option over here. I'm selecting the working hours for this queue, and outbound caller ID, just calling. Outbound caller ID, if the agent is calling to the customer, he will receive on which queue. I mean, he is calling for a calling or D2H service, in which based he is calling. He have to know for his identification. We are providing the calling caller ID over here. Then I'm selecting the number we have selected over there. No, in which number he should call to the agent. So I'm selecting the number. This is a whisper flow. It's not required. This is a higher level skill. I'm not going to cover all those quick connect, all those concepts. Let me create the next one, DTH. DTH. Sorry, DTH. For DTH. Okay. Then we are going to select the working hours, and we are going for the outbound call. He for identification caller ID, and we are selecting. Finally, we are selecting the outbound number for the agent. I mean outcoming call for the agent. Then after creating the queue, if we want, we can record a voice, or else we can hear the voice prompt. We prompt, voice prompt, or prompt all make the same sense. So I'm going to create. If I'm not going to create, I'm going to show. If we have a voice recorded file, the file should be in wave file. If we have a wave file, we can upload here from our local PC, or we can record it over here and we can cut it down and we can mention and we can save it like, hello, can you hear me? then it is recorded, it will show. And if we want to remove anything, we can remove, we can do crop, and everything can be done. Now I am not going to do this one, I am canceling with this, because we are going to use text to speech methodology. Okay, we have done with all these four options. Then we are going to create a contact flow. What is a contact flow? What we are seeing here, we are going to create in a technical manner. First, initially we are going to play thanks for calling, and then we are going to play this prompt, and we are going to select to reach this queue. I had minimized it to 1 and 2. I will do it, you will be understanding in the further actions. Create a queue. Now we are going to create a queue. This is a contact flow designer. These are the contact blocks. If we are going and selecting over here, we will be getting the options and the background protocols and scriptings and zip. All our concepts will be done by the Amazon. We are not going to do anything. Just we are going to drag and drop over there, and the calls will be happening. Let's see. First, it's an entry point. We can set a voice. Once again, we can set a voice. Here is a voice. Voice means who the voice should be played in the IVR, interactive voice response while you're calling. So I'm choosing for an Indian voice, Ravina and Aditi. I'm choosing someone else. I am not sure about the voice, but it will be sounds good, I think so. Okay. Next, we are going for this. We want to record the call so that it will be very easy to monitor what uh, uh, the interaction is going between the agent and the customer. So this is how we are connecting. If we are connecting this one, the call flow will be enabled. So if here I will show how it will work. So here we have set a call flow as a set a voice, and we have enabled the call recording behavior. Then what I'm going to do next, these are the background process which is happening while you're calling to the customer care. Then I'm going to play a prompt. That's what voice recording or a voice prompt. Here there are two methodology. You can select the recorded prompts, or you can use a text to speech methodology. That's known as Amazon Poly. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to place it over here. Once again, yep. Then this will be played while we are calling. For some copyright issue may be there. So I'm going to call Airtel. Then I'm going to save it. Then we are going to establish the connection between this block to this block. Next, we are going to create a customer input. That's what you are pressing 1 2 3 4, right? We are going to create that set customer input. Once again, get customer input. Where is it? Get customer input. One second. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, we can get a customer input. uh, we can go into the options. Here we can play the prompt, or we can give this. All options will be in the same for the prompting purpose, for voice speaking purpose by the interactive voice response. I'm going to pick up this. I'm going to place it over here. I'm going to delete it because we want to create two more queues under it. I mean two more queues, not two more call flows. A sub queue. This will be a main queue, that will be a sub queue. Under the tree goes on, under that another sub queue will be there. These are the queues. I'm going to create two of the queues over here. Then we want to give the options. This one, we can make it as 9, because usually we will use 9 for redirecting to the customer support agent. For details, oh sorry, we can make D2H for 2. Then we will get two options. We can connect it from here to here. Then we want to get the queue enabled over here. So we are going to get a queue once again. Get queue. Get customer queue. Yes, we are going to set a customer queue later on, and we are going to play a get customer input over here, because here what happens first, initially it's hitting the first queue and it subsequently going to the sub queues. I'm going to create two of the sub queues for calling and D2H. Okay, let me create one D2H. And add options 1, 2 and 9. Now you will be understanding. Press 1 for going to the once again I will see that. Press 1 for balance inquiry, plus 2 for add-on services, and plus 9 for customer support. What we have mentioned over there, by giving the options over here, we will get the 1 to 9 options while playing the prompt. Again, we will go with another get customer input. This is for the D2H. Let me save text to speech. One and 2 and 9. So you will be getting two sub queues under it. We will be connecting this with this, and option 2. One is for one is for calling and 2 is for D2H. If we are playing for 1 and we are pressing 1, it will be going to calling, and press 2 for D2H. Sorry, DTH. Again, what we have to do, if we are pressing 1, it should go to a balance checking part, but we are not going to enable any integration part. So I'm going to play a prompt and I'm going to exit over here. Later on we will do it. First we can enable the queue with option 9. Here I'm going to enable continue with the queue with 9. I'm going to select the queue. We have created two queues before, one for calling, another for DTH. So I'm going to integrate all those two queues over here according to the required option. Okay, we have connected with the queue. What we have to do, if any errors and anything is coming up with the call flow, we have to play some prompt. So I'm going to give a common prompt for everything. Please try again later. Then we are enclosing these options with that. If if you want to enable all those things like balance checking, it will integrate with the higher level of environment. I'm going to connect it with this. Once again, let me increase the size. And we are going to give timeout and everything, default and everything. We are going to give it to this because it is a huge concepts I want to get into. I want to, within 5 minutes I want to complete this session. I'm going to, so that I'm integrating with this. Okay, no, it will go and reach to the queues. If not, it will stay with the prompt, please try again later, and it will drop the call. After enabling the queue, we have to transfer the call to the queue. It is a telephony part. I'm not going into that. Transfer the queue. If it is success, the queue is available, then the queue options were available, then it will transfer the call to the queue. Once the agent is done with it, and it will go for disconnection. What we are going to do, once it is playing the prompt, please try again later, then it had definitely the call should be dropped. If any error, we are getting any error, then also the call should be dropped. We are going to publish this once again. You have to create the name actually. We have created a contact flow like Diatel, and we are going to save and publish it. Some error is over here. What is the error? We can find it out. Connection output need another blocks. Actually, what happens? We have to create a contact flow, but times up it will take something. But this is how the call flow will happen. Once you are calling, the call will come here, and these things will happen, and the call will be ended. The user creation, I will just I will show a look on it. Here we will be creating a user with username, password, and for agents, for the support agents, we will be creating the username, password, and everything we will be providing. Here the security, if he is a agent or a manager or a quality assistant, whether we are going to give the soft phone or a hot phone, those things will be configured over here. I think so. Time's up. May I continue, or what can I do? Hello.
Hello.
Eh,
Can you finish it soon?
No, it will take some 20 minutes around. That's what.
The time is running out. That's why.
Yeah, but I can say this is a soft phone where the customer will receive that. That's it. This is how the call flow will work. Because if I want to launch the call, I want to create another queue and I want to do those things. It's a subsequent queue, so I can't do it now. So I think so. Concepts are clear, right? Any doubts or anything you can come up with that?
We have a question, sir. We
Yeah,
will
sure.
ask.
Yeah, sure.
Have you finished?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your wonderful experience with us. Now, I call upon Ms. P. Usha Nandini, Assistant Professor, Department of IT, to take over the question and answer session. Usha, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening.
We have received questions from the participants and posted in chat box.
Okay.
So we consulted for few questions. The
Okay.
first question is, what are the security paradigms need to be implemented in AWS?
Actually, KMS will take care of the security parameters. Actually, there are two security parameters we can take over here. For logging into the dashboard, another security parameters will be considered for the agent login. Here we are having the security policies where we can configure whether my display, you can visualize my display.
Yes, sir, you can share your screen.
Oh, okay. Again, I'm going to share it. Okay. Here, these are the permissions we can provide for the agents. All those parameters will be configured over here. It's clear, right? For example, they want to log in and they want to see the only historic thing, or they want to log in with call flow alone only for calling, and every parameters will be taken care in this management service profile, I mean security profile panel. Yeah, I hope so it's clear. Hello.
Usha, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. For the next question is, what is the biggest challenge working with AWS?
Uh, Commonly you are coming for the AWS. I can give an example over here. Actually, some of the points were not updated over here in the contact center and other cases also. They are missing out with some of the things. If we are creating a contact flow, here there is no options called deletion. So they are missing with this. So if we are creating one thing, it's a deletion is the biggest task. That's the thing. Majorly they are not having a big issues, they are good enough to provide a best services. Yep. And
Okay,
we,
sir. Thank you.
yep.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
So the next question is, can you say the impact of COVID-19 in cloud computing industry?
Yeah, positive impact is more actually now rather than the negative impact. Most people are moving towards the cloud instead of working on the real time environment. We itself in our company, most of the technologies because of this pulling to the cloud architect. Most of the companies were acquiring the cloud environment to enhance their investment costs and pay as you go. If you want to pay, little bit is enough, because now the pandemic goes, the economic crisis is very high. So the positive impact is very good actually rather than the negative impact.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you, participants, for innovative questions asked. And thank you for our research person for giving the answer in an excellent way. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Jyoti ma'am, the session is handed over to you.
Thank you, Usha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Participants, we have posted the feedback link in your chat box. So kindly fill the form and you will get the certificate. Once again, I'm repeating. Participants, we have posted the feedback link in your chat box. So kindly fill the feedback form and you will get the participation certificate. Okay. Now we are coming to the end of the session. It's my honor and my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion. On behalf of the IIT department, I would like to thank the honorable guest, Mr. Pavitran Ambur Venkatesan, for sharing his valuable time and his experience with us. You took this event to a higher level by your valuable speech. And it's our pleasure to have you here as a chief guest in today's webinar. Thank you, sir. I extend our sincere thanks to our chairman, sir, vice chairman, sir, director, sir, for your vision and commitment to work and its execution. I also wish to express my gratitude to our principal, Dr. T. Saravanan, for providing encouragement and support to organize this webinar. I would like to extend a special thanks to our HOD, Dr. S. Subburam, and our entire IT department faculty members and all my students for organizing such an outstanding and very informative session. Finally, I would like to thank all the participants from various colleges for their active participation. Thank you all. Participants, now we have a photo session, so please turn on your video. Participants, please turn on your video. Participants, turn on your video. Once again, I am repeating. Participants, turn on your video. Blessy ma'am. Blessy ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, I have taken the screenshot.
Okay, thank
You
you
can
all.
wind up the session.
Yes, okay. Thank you all.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Yep.